What is going on, Warriors? It is your boy Shin Ryu, and it is time for another Street Fighter Duel video. Anniversary is almost upon us. It is the second one that is going to be coming around, and we are about to have the full thing. It is an opportunity for the devs to actually try and bring some extra life back to the game, because I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I just spend time trying to just get these dailies done, and then I just kind of deep out real quick here. I'm not too invested in the game like I would before. It doesn't draw me to it. I'm just sort of like emotionally, subconsciously invested in it, where I feel like I must do my dailies, otherwise I'm sort of missing out. And even when I don't complete my dailies nowadays, in the past I would just be raging, I'll just be seething, I'll be pissed. But now, if I just miss my dailies, I'm like, oh, you know what? Another day comes. I don't see the penalty, I don't see the consequence. And for someone who's a free to play like myself, I would prioritize typically certain characters that I want over just trying to collect. Some people just want to collect characters, because honestly, these kind of games, one of the things that is nice about them is just collecting characters first. A lot of people don't think strategically about just trying to pick the ones that they want to focus on, which is why sometimes people spreading the love across many characters and they're nowhere. Me, for example, I have certain characters I just look at, I just aim for, and you can tell first of all with training Ryu and some of these special definition characters, or actually special summon ticket characters that I actually focus on. It's all strategic in order to pick, whatever. The only kind of character I can tend to sort of put you off guard will be characters that actually are not pure special summon, meaning they're like guest special summon characters, the likes of our latest one was JP, right? The likes of JP. I'm looking for him right here. Let's go to the gallery here. So the likes of JP, if you see the character is pretty good, you want to at least have him to a decent situation, and then that way you can now use chaotic starlight to just keep pushing them as much as you can, because you don't want to invest too much of it, so you want to make sure that you are trying to put some earlier on. So that's the only situation that's going to actually want me to really care much about the character. So otherwise, I just focus on the character I have, and when I had trained Ryu, I became almost not motivated. But then I'm thinking, I probably want athlete Chun-Li as well. So that's why I kind of feel like a little bit motivated on that again. But after that, I feel like whatever divination character I get, I'll just build them slowly until I actually get a decent amount. I just don't know how to just be too passionate about it. So I hope the devs can actually do something about this to actually just get things more fresh again, get the current participants of the game really excited about it, and people who have left to come back, and of course people who have just heard about the game to join as well. Now, there's been a bit of a announcement that has been made. I'm just going to go through it real quick. It's nothing too special. Well, it is, I don't know if I want to say special. It's not really too special. It's not special to me. I'm just going to be honest about it. Pretty much what is happening here is that there's going to be a 50% off on Firecracker Sakura. She is a very good character, so it's a good character that they use, not just some random character that decide to take 50% off on. But then again, I don't know if she's one I'm going to want to be investing on. Are they trying to say that it's going to be another divination character that's going to sort of be challenging her for that 50% off? I can't really tell. It might just be a gift to them. They said they're also going to tune her as well to sort of make her more viable, whatnot, so that way you can sort of like her. We've heard about them tuning characters in the past before. Doesn't mean trash to me, in my opinion, unless you actually just show. They did it with what they call it, Dante from Devil May Cry. A lot of people try to speculate that the guy was good again. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling nothing. Virgil still feels better to me, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, over time, you don't see Dante anymore. Just the way it is, But right now, what I'm hoping for is my 7 wish list that I have right now. If they can actually do come true, if they do, if some of them comes out, it would bring a lot of excitement back. I'm going to try and go through it quickly. Sometimes I can get passionate about it. I might spend time on it. But I'm going to try and be quick about this 7 wish list, okay? So let's go real quick. Number one is very simple. Let's just go back to the past, back to the basic, go back to the gallery, and let's go to our beloved characters who we started with the game. I started with Ryu. Some people probably started with Ken. I don't know who started with any of the other characters, but one of the best amongst these S plus character, or the best anyways, because of his unique mechanic, was Cody. Yeah, but here's the thing. They can't be used for proper combos. They're gonna die off easily in end game, but we want to use this character, so we need them, or at least I need them to be elevated, and they have done it before in the past. It's time to see these characters hit triple S plus 5. Whatever stuff that is left, let them add it, all that kind of stuff. I want to be using generic Ryu, Ryu with the gi, do my stuff, and not just all the other versions of Ryu that we have out there. Although there's only just one other version of Ryu besides Evil, which is just it's an assumption of if Ryu actually given to the dark. How do you guys know how it works and that kind of stuff? You know more about Street Fighter and stuff like that. But pretty much, I just want these guys triple S plus 5. If you guys agree with me, put a thumbs up there, like the button, and all that stuff. Let's go into my second wish right now. Second one might take a bit of time here because it's actually the one that is most important to me. It is about special summon characters that fall under the faction of the Flame, Wind, and Thunder. Okay, now an example, very good example, is going to be Trinity Akuma. All right, let's go over to the Awaken. We're going to have Trinity Akuma here as a perfect example. We also have, of course, Summer Elena, and I believe we have Balrog too, some version of Royal Balrog. Yeah, so we have 3 in Thunder. We have 3 in Wind. I believe we have 3 in Thunder as well. We've got Gal. Let's go to a proper place where we can actually just look at them and not waste much time. So let's go to wish list over here. Over here, you can see we have these 3 in Royal Balrog, Trinity Akuma, and Summer Elena. In Thunder, we've got these 3 characters too. I don't want to start scratching my head to remember their names. We've got Bad Jury. We've got some version of Gal, and we've got some version of Rose as well. I don't know why the name will go to my head already, but it is what it is. And of course, in Flame, we just kind of have just 2 for now. What is kind of making me think Flame might be the next one, but it could also be, when you think of fire in Street Fighter, you think of one character primarily. Of course, we have thousands to think about as well when it comes to fire, because of yogas or whatever. But we think about Ken, right? Ken is the fire guy. Ryu is the thunder guy. All the whatever, lightning, all that kind of stuff. You know how it is. But it could be Ken that actually had anniversary, which would actually be dope. But pretty much all I'm just trying to say here is this: let's get back to making things a bit more, explanatory in your eyes. Is to at least have these characters, instead of just being limited to just themselves, be something like this. So you see right now, you can see Abel at S plus. Let's say Abel, Adon at S plus can be combined with any other S plus character. So maybe what they can do is, you know what? If Trinity Akuma is an S right now, maybe they can make it S plus. They can make it at the plus levels. It doesn't have to be at any level. It can be at the plus level. If Trinity Akuma, for example, is at S plus, you can combine with any S plus character, but it's not going to be 1. It's going to become 2. Okay, so 2 S plus characters here. That would be fair, right? And once you get them to SS, you can combine with 2 SS characters, any one that you decide to create SS. And trust me, it's going to be tough because already these guys, although I do want them to be able to get triple S, if you can get triple S, I'm sure everyone focus on getting triple S first before trying to combine them on other special summon characters, just either for sentiments or whatever. But I know people want to at least boost them triple S first before they start investing these characters in special summon characters, right? That actually fall under the factions. But if you don't even want to go there, you want to make it actually really, really, really painful for us players, I will still make even the whales sort of spend in a way. Maybe we'll combine with SS plus, only SS plus. So it's going to be SS plus version here. So it's going to be 1, but it's going to be SS plus all the way. And then when you go to SS, you combine with SS plus. You go to SS plus, combine with SS plus again, and then when it's triple S, then you have to combine with either a triple S version, or you have to combine with the actual version of the character themselves. That would be fair. But I think going at SS, SS plus or multiples of S plus would make more sense, because when you have to now boost the character to triple S, then they have to use that original version. So meaning you can at least ensure that they still have to sort of farm them to get triple S the same way they normally would. So one easy way I can go right now is, I think we have Leo in that pathway. So let's go to Leo right here. So see, Leo's on SS plus right now. We need 2 Leos. It is non-negotiable. Although Leo is not He's a special summon character, so obviously it's always going to be Leo. I'm trying to see if we have someone who's like either, you know, the closer we have was Cody, but we already have Cody, you know, a triple S, but typically you only can combine with 2 Codys. So that would be fair if that's how they decide to do it. You can only combine with 2. That way you can at least farm. You have to farm 4 from special summon tickets or from divination. No, special summon ticket, because divination characters are strictly, you know, Master and Inferno. So there's no bother about that mix up there. But just that would actually make it a bit fair, and that way we're not like, you know, ramping up all these slots, because no one is going to, anyone who's buying this, hey, good luck to you guys, but I don't usually use it. I'll just mix up a bunch of characters and don't care how they stand. But if it can make them useful, that will actually be very, very much amazing. Now that's my second one here. We can always talk more about it. It's something that we can actually do a deep dive about, because it's actually a video that deserves its own content. Now for my third one, this EX moves. EX moves are one of the worst games when it comes to PD. Of course, when you have, you know, special summon characters that are like guests, I love the fact that you can actually pick them from that section. But I think the regular characters here deserve some love right now. I am stacking up EX tickets like crazy. You guys, look at how much scrolls I have right now. And guess what? I've never even had one, you know, those scrolls that you have to like sort of get in like a wheel to like just gamble and just win the maximum jackpot version of the scrolls. Never got them before. I just kind of stack on. I don't use them. That's why you can see that I have a lot of EX moves that I haven't acquired yet. I have to sort of like be very picky. Look at this. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 EX moves that I've chosen to ignore just to have enough, because I know whenever I see an EX move I actually like, I'm gonna be going ham. The only ones I tend to like put in effort in, but luckily for us, we do get them from the pity, are the ones from the guest characters, right? The crossover characters that come in, like, you know, the turtles, you know, like Street Fighter 5 characters. Those ones, in my own opinion, tend to be like, you know, worth it. So, you know, we'll see how. I just hope that they actually get a PD for it, make it less, you know, daunting. You know, at least if you're pulling 5, let it be on the 7th one or something, on the 10th one, whatever. That's 50. Although that's a lot. No, on the 10th one, because it's below 5, right? That's 50. That's a lot still, but at least I can guarantee you get the what we do pulls of this in the past, and I've gone over 50 just pull the actual whatever, you know, and we have a lot to grow. Like, look at this. While we have, look at this, 1 star, like, there is so much. A PD is definitely required. The only ones that we're getting like a lot are either the ones that have been very much available from the beginning, the old school ones, and it's just stuck at 3 stars, or, you know, those purple ones that are not like the legendary version. So hopefully they put a pity in there that will actually make it a bit more, acceptable, and also make people pull EXCs more. I know people are pulling it as soon as they actually get EX cards. I just kind of stack up, because whenever I see one that I really need, I feel like I have to go ham, right? And then when it comes to the fourth one is, we need Ken, guys. I'm sure everyone is thinking about it. We don't have a Ken that is actually viable in the game, okay? We only have 2 versions of Ken, 3 versions of Ken, excuse me. I don't like to count the third one, because the third one is actually like a major crossover that doesn't really exist. It's just like a guess, whatever, and that's why it's never been revisited since. And let's go back to let's go to the ad real quick here. So the first version of Ken that's probably going to pop up is going to be the Gormagala Ken, okay? Because it's Inferno, and I probably have passed him already. There he is right here. For me, this is not like a real Ken. This is like, it doesn't do anything that Ken does. There's no Hadouken. It's just like a knight. It just has Ken's face on it. It could have been anybody else. A Go Magala character that just does this, and it will still have the same impact. Nobody is really, really sentimental about this character being Ken. It just has Ken's face on it. He was just really good when it came out. That's just what made people like character. Not because it's Ken. Because honestly, he's not Ken. I don't count him as the version of Ken. Now let's go to the version of Ken that I actually do count, okay? The first one is going to be the legendary version, which is one that's been out for a while. Trash as hell. I remember when I tested him, I told everyone this guy was trash. And I think people are just so super sentimental about him to try to make him work, but he didn't work. This is supposed to be the equivalent of Trendy Ryu. Let that sink in, guys. This is the equivalent of Trendy Ryu, and he is so bad, and he's a legendary character. While Trendy Ryu is just a div character, and he is so good, right? So hopefully they do Ken some justice, and that's why they need to release a Ken for us. But if you look at the second Ken, of course, if they go right ahead and surprise us, let these characters get triple S, which would be obviously amazing. That brings Ken back in the wave because, of course, we get to use Ken in his red gi as well, get all that move going. But right now he's just S tier, and that's all he is. So he's obviously not viable at all in these end game modes. Even mid game, he's not viable at all. So hopefully we get a proper Ken, a Ken that does his moves, not some crossover Ken. Because I know there's Yakuza Ken, but I don't know if Yakuza Ken still does his moves, except he's just wearing like a Yakuza outfit. So let's just see how that turns out. But we want a version of Ken that I think a lot of people can relate to that as well. But that is the fourth wish on my list. Okay, now the fifth one I'm going to talk about real quick is, everyone is saying it, this is pretty much the broad one. We need new modes in the game, guys. We need new modes. We need something to actually bring the thirst back, get us all fired up and wanting to actually play again. HW, I believe, was one that came in the first anniversary. I'm not sure. I think it was an anniversary mode that they added. Right? They added some stuff. The HW is nice, fairly for its rewards, but it's also a bit generic, just kind of blaze through. But when it gets to the end, where you start facing other people's characters, that's when it gets fun, because you actually can't pick who you want to beat up, and you actually just want to choose who you can actually go up against. So, but hopefully they bring some new mode, very nice mode. I know there was some cash money under mode in the other version before they actually closed it. So maybe they bring something like that here. I don't know how it really played in terms of the fun factor, but at least it was something new. Hopefully they bring something else to it, which is also going to help me segue into the next portion of my wish list here, and that is boss fights. The boss fights need to start being meaningful. These boss fights are almost meaningless in my opinion, and the reason why is, number one, the wheel's always going to be on top. Okay, there's no just two ways about it. Even this mode here, I've missed a lot of it, because if we go over to the rewards here, oh yeah, there's some nice gems and whatever. This is the ones you by getting to a certain whatever. But then I think, where's the actual price? So this is just the rank in the end. It's all gems. Gems are just probabilities, really. They're going to get you some stuff, but it's all probabilities most of the time. It's not guaranteed stuff. What I think they need to do is let it be an opportunity to farm fragments. It doesn't have to be farm characters, but fragments, okay? Actually, divination character fragments, right? It can just be stuck on divination character fragment, because no one is going to carry his fragments for regular characters. For example, look at this here. Let's go to the shop here real quick, right? We do have opportunity of buying fragments here, right? The moment I was done with my jury fragments as well as my rose fragments, I don't care about this other fragment. No one's going to buy these fragments. They're easy to farm. They're easy to farm. You don't even need to do select, whatever. I never use select. Let's go to the draw here. I never used the choice recruit either, right? People who use choice recruit, that's an extra 500 gem, I believe, to pull per 10, when you can actually go with either faction or other whatever, 27 or 300 rather. But still, choice recruit is not rewarded for me, because for every 3 that is where there's a pity, that's like 900 gems. That's a lot of gems, right? It's not just getting 900 gems in a day. Maybe you can, but it's kind of tough if you're trying to get everything you want to get. So one of the most used fragments ever, I'm sure everyone can share this pain, it's this Gomikala Ken fragment right here, right? Imagine if you can farm fragments like this, and all of a sudden, depending on your position, maybe the first, so let's go back to the boss fights. Let's look at an example of some of the ones under the guild, whatever, and just interchange whatever the reward is, right? So looking at this right now, you see the leaderboard here. Let's go to the reward instead. Clear price here. So like maybe 1st to 10th gets like maybe 10 divination fragments, right? Or maybe 20 divination fragments. 11 to 50 gets about 10. 51 to 200 gets about 5. And just kind of drops 2 and 1, right? And then over the course, people become determined. They want to climb up the rank because they really want to get characters they want to get. It's just going to have an adverse effect and make these modes interesting again. Yeah, Fate gems are like, not bad. Other of these reward gems are not bad at all. But trust me, nothing would enlighten or nothing would or galvanize any of these players more than to farm fragments. Let fragments be the rewards, even actually when it comes to like special summon, when it comes to special summon events, put a particular, whenever you have them facing those bosses that they face, make them dimension bosses and make sure that you can actually get the fragments based on your position range that you can actually fall under. That will make it even much more worth it. And of course, the last but not the least, don't want to say the last, last but not the least, and not only that, hold on, I need to actually complete that. Not only that, we also need to ensure that they can actually farm, fragments for Valiant and Tyrant, right? These stuffs are here and they're killing us, guys. Like, they're just here, we can't get them. Only the whales can, and even the whales, I don't know how they're getting it. I don't know if any of them will push it to the max. They can actually have 5-star, whatever. I think they just have them and they get enough and then they don't spend anymore. But once you can actually have those fragments up or even make them available now in the store, it's time for the store to start having proper whatever. So let's go to level up first. No, actually, I'm looking at the wrong way. I'm trying to say, how do I view? Okay, change is what's going to show it. Yeah, look at this. We need ways to get this fighting soul. It's about time that it becomes available to everyone. Not the way you click go, it comes randomly. But every time I've clicked on go, it's never been available. We need to be able to start getting, even if it's fragments of them, to actually combine for one. Let's do it. Well, it's always been fragments anyways in the past. As you can see right here, go to fighting soul. These are all like fragments, and once you have enough to become, you can buff them to do whatever you want to buff. Look at this level cap. I don't even want to sell it because you never know what it's going to be used for unless they leave it at cash constantly. So ways to make boss fights even more interesting. Doesn't even have to be like specific characters. Can be one of villains or tyrant and interchange them based on the week, or let there be a mode every month where you can actually just farm them as much as possible throughout, actually during special summon events. Let it happen there, that will actually be great. And the last but not the least, on my wish list with regards to what I would actually want, this one is the least important, but I actually do like it. I think it's about time. First of all, we do have some strong characters already, like some Trendy Ryu. I always get a shout out mention because he's my boy. He pretty much is a mainstay for now in my fight night. But as you can see right now, he's got no soul power, right? She's got soul power. She's got soul power. She's got soul power. No soul power. I think it's a high time at the very least let every divination character have soul power, and add a few more regular faction characters into the soul power clan. Because this is going to make them even better. For example, imagine Fire Adon with all the damage that it puts out, having some soul power as well to put even more crazy damage. That's just going to make him more and more important. And of course, some of these characters are sort of like a bit redundant. Give him a chance to actually come up and become more useful again with soul power. It definitely works. And not pick silly characters that no one is going to give a rat's about. E.g. Hugo got soul power. No one cared. At least I did not. Some people probably did, and I'm sure they're regretting it too. I'm stacking up a lot of these gems, but still I'm not giving it out. Waiting for someone who's going to be worthy of soul power to actually add those gems that I have. This and get it in. Either the soul core, or the soul shard. I just want to just have those proper characters that would deserve them, and not just any random character to just have it. So there you have it. Those are my 7 wish lists there. I wonder what you guys are actually wishing for anniversary that's coming up soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. It took longer than I actually expected, but there are a lot of topics and concerns in there, and some can actually even go into bigger deep dives. But alright guys, make sure you smash a like on the video here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already. I didn't actually even notice already. I already hit 300, which is actually great. We're looking to obviously grow more and more and more. Thanks for you guys who have actually subscribed, who actually watch the videos. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.